Hi everyone, and welcome to my channel. And today I'll be reading A Childe Listener by me. So let's get into it. Both you and Child were going to a very special dinner for an even more special occasion. It was every year that there would be a day where all the harbingers and anyone they would invite would have a special kind of dinner together. They may have not liked each other in that organization, and many of the harbingers barely tolerated one another, but it was for bonding, and Tsaritsa really cared about this occasion. So, they went along with it, for their ruler, as not to displease her, and not to disobey her orders, of course. So that's why you and Child were out right now, and he was shopping with you, showing you all the clothes that you could buy. Child, are you sure this one will be good? It doesn't look too good for something like that. You will look wonderful, he said, looking at you with pure love in his eyes. He was honestly a little bit of a simp, and he knew that. But it still melted your heart, with the way he looked at you with so much love and adoration. It made it so easy to believe him. Maybe because he said it in such a genuine way, because to him it was the truth. You looked beautiful, always, and you would always remain that way in his eyes. Nothing in the world changing how he perceives you. So, that's why you ended up only trying a few dresses on, until you got the best reaction out of him, where he basically had his arms around you in a moment, kissing you and telling you that you have to get that one. And that's when you stopped trying on dresses and decided that perhaps you should go with what Child said. He may be a little bit chaotic at times, but he also has a good sense in fashion. So, you picked a black dress. A wonderful, simple one, but one that accentuated all your curves and made you look like a princess. Child's princess, specifically, because when you walked in, you had an arm around you. He had bought you a necklace too, for that specific occasion, an expensive diamond one. Honestly though, that's how doting he could be. If you ask Child, he would get you anything in the world. And that's why you don't ask for much. He kisses you softly before you go in, reassuring you that there is nothing for you to worry about at all, as he holds your hand, squeezing it, reassuring you that everything will be just fine. And you trust him, you always will. And that's why you take a deep breath and just hope that everything will go alright. And it's a little bit weird. Senor is not the easiest person to talk to. Columbine and Arlecchino are another story. And the captain, he's quite the person. And as for Pantalone, he's probably a little bit normal, but even then, all he talks about is commerce, and banking, and boring stuff. No wonder Child found it difficult here. You honestly felt sympathetic for your boyfriend. But hopefully, there would be one person he would be able to talk with. Senora wasn't the worst. And out of all the harbingers, that rooster was the nicest one. He looked quite happy to see you too, seeing as Child has talked to him a lot about you, but he's never seen you for himself. So he treats you like how someone's father-in-law would. It's kind of embarrassing, but still feels nice. And he's the only person who is able to make you feel more at ease during this event. That Saritsa herself is not present. Perhaps she will come later on. But it's really all over for you when Child keeps staring at you for a little bit too long, his arms pulling you closer and closer, as if he just wanted you to be stuck to him, bodies molding together. And that's when he took you to a corner where no one else was. He just wanted to be able to enjoy for himself, for a little moment, away from everyone's prying eyes. Is it his fault that you looked so pretty? Not at all. In fact, it was kind of your fault for deciding that you should come here with this dress, even though he was the one who recommended it. He totally doesn't blame you, though. After all, he couldn't get his eyes off of you. But that just meant that he may have the urges to do some things he should not do in public. And that's how you know it's really going to be bad. When he looks you in the eyes with such a loving look and leans in for a soft kiss. That's when you know all hope is lost. Because you give in too, wrapping your arms around him tightly, pulling him closer and closer. And one kiss after the other, and it goes from just simple kissing to full on making out in the hallway where no one else was. Your kisses are getting more intimate, Childe deepening them, totally unaware of his surroundings, and only interested in being able to love you more. That's all he really wants, and all he thinks of until Childe, Signora says, cutting the two of you off, and making you turn to her with bright red faces as she smirked, a hand on her hip. Truly, I didn't think you would stoop this low as to do this kind of thing during the party, but I guess I was quite wrong, she said, chuckling before she turned away, deciding that she had seen enough. Wait, Signora, Childe said, running over to her, leaving you frozen in your place. Don't tell anyone, he said, blushing brightly in embarrassment, and also he's a little bit humiliated. Out of all people, Signora shouldn't have been the one to see him like this. Well, what do I get in return? She said. Whatever you want. She then sighed softly. Oh, young love, I'm not really gonna do anything to you, but be careful next time. Don't be so foolish as to think you will get away with this. If someone else sees you, they might have a totally different reaction, and I cannot guarantee it will be good. That's all she said before leaving. It was kind of ominous and unusual of her, but hearing her chuckle, it was probably all just a joke. Childe just sighed softly, turned to you, and wrapped his arms around you tightly, kissing your forehead and apologizing for all of this. But for the rest of the evening, he keeps his arms around you and holds your hand. And perhaps he doesn't regret doing this for one bit. And he will have a lot more to do with you when you're back home. This time, truly away from anyone else's eyes.